Quality decay.
Before we begin, if you enjoy uncovering the hidden truths behind everyday things, the stuff no one tells you, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps more than you think and lets us keep making videos like this. Now let's talk about something that looks perfect until it isn't. Modern bathrooms are supposed to be better than ever. Sleek tiles, minimal designs, hidden drains, floating vanities, rainfall showers. Everything looks clean, luxurious, and high-end. But behind those beautiful surfaces, there's a problem most people never see. A problem that can quietly destroy your home. And it all comes down to one thing: waterproofing. Because here's the truth. Many modern bathrooms are not built to last. In fact, a shocking number of them are ticking time bombs, slowly leaking water into walls, floors, and ceilings, long before anyone notices. So what's really going on? To understand this, we need to start with how bathrooms used to be built. Years ago, bathrooms were simpler. Builders used thick concrete bases, heavy ceramic tiles, and basic but reliable waterproofing methods. The materials weren't fancy, but they were durable. Most importantly, builders respected one fundamental rule: water always finds a way. So they designed systems with redundancy, multiple layers of protection, slopes that ensured water drained properly, solid materials that could handle moisture over time. These bathrooms weren't always pretty, but many of them lasted decades without major problems. Now compare that to today. Modern construction has changed dramatically. Speed and cost have become the priority. Developers need to build faster, cheaper, and in larger volumes. And that's where things start to go wrong. Instead of heavy, forgiving materials, many new bathrooms rely on lightweight systems, drywall instead of solid walls, thin tiles instead of thick ceramics, prefabricated shower systems instead of traditional builds. On paper, these systems are efficient. They are faster to install and reduce labor costs. But they also leave much less room for error. And waterproofing is all about avoiding errors. Let's break it down. In a properly built bathroom, waterproofing is not just one layer. It's a system. There should be a waterproof membrane beneath the tiles, proper sealing around joints, correct slope toward the drain, protection at corners, edges, and pipe penetrations. If even one of these steps is done incorrectly, water can start to seep through. And here's the scary part. You won't notice it right away. Water damage is slow. It builds over months, sometimes years, behind the tiles, inside the walls, under the floor. By the time visible signs appear, mold, zappach, cracked grout, soft walls, the damage is already severe. So why are so many modern bathrooms failing? One major reason is poor workmanship. Waterproofing is one of the most skill-sensitive parts of construction. It requires attention to detail, patience, and proper training. But in today's fast-paced construction environment, workers are often under pressure to finish jobs quickly. Deadlines are tight, budgets are limited, corners get cut. Sometimes the waterproof membrane is applied too thin. Sometimes it's skipped entirely in certain areas. Sometimes drying times are ignored. And sometimes the person doing the work simply doesn't have enough experience. Another issue is the illusion of tiles. Many homeowners believe that tiles themselves are waterproof. They're not. Tiles are water-resistant, but the joints between them, the grout, are not fully waterproof. Water can pass through over time. That's why the layer beneath the tiles is so critical. But because this layer is invisible, It's often where builders save money. After all, the customer can't see it. This brings us to what some professionals quietly call the waterproofing scam. It's not always a deliberate scam in the traditional sense, but it is a systemic problem. Developers market bathrooms as premium or luxury, focusing on visible features, expensive tiles, designer fixtures, stylish layouts. Meanwhile, the most important part, the waterproofing system, is often done to the minimum standard, or worse, because it doesn't sell apartments. No one buys a home because of a high-quality waterproof membrane. They buy it because of how it looks. And that creates a dangerous incentive. Spend money where the buyer can see it. Save money where they can't. Another hidden issue is design trends. Modern bathrooms often include features that are actually harder to waterproof. Walk-in showers with no raised edge, linear drains, large format tiles, minimal grout lines, hidden slopes. These designs look amazing, but they require extremely precise installation. If the slope is even slightly wrong, water doesn't drain properly. If the drain isn't perfectly sealed, leaks can occur. If the membrane isn't continuous, water finds its way through. In other words, modern designs leave very little margin for error. And yet, they are often installed under the same time pressure as simpler systems. Now let's talk about materials. Many modern waterproofing products are actually very advanced. Liquid membranes, synthetic sheets, sealing tapes. When used correctly, they can perform extremely well. But they are also sensitive. They require proper surface preparation, correct thickness, controlled drying conditions. If any step is skipped, the system can fail. And unlike older, more forgiving methods, modern systems don't always give second chances. Then there's the issue of inspections. In many places, waterproofing work is not thoroughly inspected. Once the tiles are installed, everything underneath is hidden. If there was a mistake, it stays hidden until it becomes a problem. And by then fixing it can be incredibly expensive. We're talking about tearing out tiles, breaking walls, replacing entire sections of the bathroom. Sometimes even repairing structural damage caused by long-term moisture. So what can homeowners actually do? First, understand that looks can be deceiving. A beautiful bathroom does not guarantee quality. Second, if you're building or renovating, don't treat waterproofing as a minor detail. Ask questions. What system is being used? How many layers? How are corners sealed? Is there a water test before tiling? A proper flood test, where the shower base is filled with water to check for leaks, is one of the best ways to catch problems early. Third, choose experienced professionals. Waterproofing is not the place to cut costs. A skilled installer can make the difference between a bathroom that lasts 20 years and one that fails in 2. Fourth, be cautious with ultra-modern designs. They can be beautiful, but they require higher precision. Make sure the team installing them understands the complexity. Finally, maintain your bathroom. Even the best systems need care. Keep grout in good condition. Fix small cracks early. Watch for signs of moisture. Because once water starts getting where it shouldn't be, the damage spreads silently. In the end, the problem isn't that modern bathrooms are inherently bad. The problem is how they are built. Factories produce good materials. Engineers design effective systems. But when those systems meet real-world construction pressures, tight budgets, fast timelines, lack of oversight, the results can fall far short of expectations. And that's the hidden truth behind many modern bathrooms. They look perfect on the outside, but underneath they're often built just well enough to pass, and not much more. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about the hidden side of construction, technology, and everyday products, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Because sometimes the most important things are the ones you can't see. Thanks for watching.